they can measure something.
Why go with the calipers?
Calipers and a tape.
We're all getting BMI measurements today.
Yeah.
Hello there.
Start with the blood pressure. It's time to leave.
Yeah, right. We want people to show up, so we're not going to do that. Chair. I mean, I don't need to measure to know that I'm fat. It's fine.
Yeah, well, I'm ordering FamiLAB.
Yeah.
But this is the stuff I printed out, and then I gave them something already. They came out fine. In fact, you can't really tell.
That's pretty nice, especially with the.
Yeah, the scale's so small. I'm impressed that it came up with such good detail.
Always impressed when it comes on at all, trust me.
Quite happy. Hey, Rick.
Howdy.
How y'all doing?
Brought your toys.
Wow.
This might be, yeah. This is a well attended meeting today. I appreciate it.
Stock. I was gonna put on a thing. I was like, there might be standing room
What
only,
can I have for you?
but I didn't
Oh,
want to, like,
nice.
you know,
Can I take your seat?
overshoot.
You didn't take my seat.
With the software.
Oh, very nice. You didn't take my
I'll
seat.
text you the password.
Think you're allowing me to get back on my seat.
The password's always the same.
What is it?
I'll just text you the password.
Oh, okay. Got it.
It's just always the same.
All right.
Database.
How do we want to set it to stream and we'll get going? Or did we already? All
What
right.
was that?
We're streaming already?
Yep, you're good to go.
All right. So, welcome everybody to the February 17th, 2026 FamiLAB monthly membership meeting. Reminder, please no crosstalk for those online. And if you wouldn't mind signing in, again, l.familab.org/sign-in for attendance if possible. Quick financial update. Membership changes. We are currently at 60-ish. I say that. We've added a couple more since I ran this number. We actually we'll do a full audit again. We've got some drops and some pickups all within the last little bit. So I want to say we're right around 60. That's all from memory, though, just to be fair. We'll have a trued up number at the membership meeting in March to make sure we picked up a couple more just this weekend, which weren't in these numbers. For the P&L, we are negative 845, but good news is that includes the $1,000 annual insurance payment. Do not spread that across, so it's a big deal. We are cash accounting, not accrual accounting, and it's the system set up really just to keep it straight. So we're going to be front end heavy. An example is also Adobe and like VCarve, et cetera, some software that's going to come through next couple months on the front end. But operationally, we're right about break even, which is great news. We'll have a better true up of that when we see February's full month. We won't have some of the big bills that hit in January. Again, this is my rough math number, but I say this every 70 is kind of the secret number. If we get to 70 consistent membership, we will be consistently in the back and slightly building up. 80 will make us start refilling the reserves. So just kind of as a spot for everybody to have a reference point for. Moving through to general updates. Hey Taylor, welcome.
Hey. Can I interrupt here?
Yeah, please. Jump in.
Standing room only.
The big one, our annual member meeting comes up in March. We do that on a different night or a different day. We do it on Saturday afternoon. So we picked March 14th at 1 p.m. What?
Have a good time.
Thank you. The big news there is we will be voting on new board. Everybody from this current board technically terms out this year. We just realized it's been 2 full years, Matthew, since we did this. Time flies when we're having fun. So we will. I will stand up again. I'll be willing to do it. If we don't have more than seven people that want to do this and be the board, But if there's more than that, we will have a vote at board. That has not been a problem for a long time, my understanding. It hasn't been for at least 2 years. So if there's somebody that you want to nominate with their consent, keyword, make sure you ask them and then let us know. We will validate that you got them and they
I
know.
nominate Adam.
That's a conversation that happened in 2 seconds. But with that, Adam, did you have anything to add to that?
Thanks, John. Yeah, actually, I'm actually unfortunately not going to be continuing on the board. I've bounced this around about 100 times in my head, and I know I've talked about it a lot. But I have way too much stuff going on these days to where I need to make sure I shift my focus properly. And unfortunately, being on the board for the lab isn't going to be doable anymore. I'm also going to disappear a little bit from Slack. I'm going to be available for the board members that moving on, and this will be after March. So I'm going to term out of this before I do this. But I get a lot of direct messages for questions, and rather than repeatedly say, ask somebody else, ask somebody else, ask somebody else, I'm probably just going to disappear from Slack for a little bit so that balances out. But I will be around still. I still plan on doing the 3D print hangout once a month, even if that's my only time I get to be there. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to go on. But I do. The reason I'm able to do this confidently is I don't want to sound like, I'm the greatest thing that happened to FamiLAB. But in the past, I felt like if I stepped away, then the shit would hit the fan, and either Justin would be solely responsible for everything, or it would just crumble. And I don't feel like that anymore. So this is a good thing that you guys can actually take over, and the lab is just going back to how it was. It's member run and member organized. So anyway, that's all I was going to say, is just that I don't plan on moving forward. So there is going to be at least one spot open. So please, if you guys want to get any kind of board experience, just please join in. And like I said, I'll be available for the board for any questions, because I know there's going to be a transition time. So, but yeah.
Awesome. Well, first of all, on behalf of myself and everybody here, thank you, Adam, because I know you led the charge of getting the move through and everything else. You were part of why we started. So first of all, thank you. There'll be a chance to say more nice things about Adam at the member meeting, which you have to be at because we talked about it and you picked this date.
Yes, I will be there.
For the record. But when I joined, Adam was by himself, basically kind of trying to run everything and help getting us moved. So for those that weren't around during that time, it was a big deal. That's why we still exist. And then secondly, technically there's 2 spots that are going away. Johan, who was on the board, no one's met him that's in this room except for one person, as far as I know, because he had to make him, or 2, because he had to move. Yeah, well, I forgot about. I was thinking of you because of Power Racing Series. Yeah, I was thinking of PRS, but yeah, for those that make Maker Fair. But he was bored, but his wife got a job in Chicago. We had to move, but he's been on board, helps do some stuff remotely. But of course, he's not going to be stepping up. So there's a couple spots that we need for when board comes up. If you have questions, myself, Adam, Matthew, even Mike, he's former board. He can help out with any just like, what does that mean? Happy to answer those. And then if you decide to join, Adam and I discussed this earlier. We'll do a day of like board summit / turnover. We'll probably do like a half day here, go through, make sure everybody gets set up for whatever they need, and then we'll go have some fun and some bonding, etc. Just to hang out, just like that's so you're not just gonna rock into like start doing this. Like we'll have a turnover day. So I want to put that out there for anybody who's interested in doing that, or if you have more questions, please. Again, March 14th, 1 o'clock. For those that just walked in, is the annual member meeting where we'll vote on board. If you're interested in it, please talk to us. And if there's somebody you want to nominate, make sure you ask them first and then let us know. Cool.
Adam's hand is raised.
Yeah, I just wanted to jump in one more thing. Since we did so much hard work over the past couple of years getting things back in order, organized, things are now on a calendar where we can actually remember to have them done like taxes. And the things that we understand the taxes more, we understand everything. We basically had to start from scratch and kind of rebuild. Because of that, board is a lot easier than what it has been in the past. So I know there was joking around before I joined board. It was like if you want to hate the lab or if you want to quit the lab, join board. That's really not the case. It's not a whole lot of work, and I actually kind of feel bad stepping away from it because it's really not that much work, but I am just that overloaded that I can't do it. So just understand that if you want to join that, at least if you're curious about it, at least talk to one of the board members and find out what would be required of you, because there's really not that much. But for legality reasons and for reasons that not everything should be put on one or two people, that's why we need about 7 people. So yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. I don't want anybody to be scared of it or to be intimidated by it. It's really not that big of a deal.
And backing that up, good point, Adam. We ideally will have 7 people for a board. The legal minimum is 3. Those are the 3 named officers: president, treasurer, secretary. We will have to revisit all of that as well. We'll do that. That would be a board decision internally who would take what roles. Those are the only 3 with any sort of like signing requirements. There is no legal liability for being on board. Just want everyone to know that. Things that if you're a signee, we'll get you on the bank account. You would have access to that. There's that little bit, but generally speaking, there's no liability for that. Just don't run away with the money. And
there's not a lot there. Like,
it's not worth it.
Exactly.
I will say
you won't make it far.
Yeah, you might be able to put gas in your tank once. I will say though, one of the things being on board is very good for is bolstering a resume. Being on a nonprofit board looks really good on a resume. So keep that in mind.
Yeah.
People like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Except for if you work for yourself, it doesn't help, Adam.
I don't know. You never know. I might rage quit. My boss is an asshole.
Adam just got us banned from YouTube streaming.
Oops.
No, kidding. That was the last thing I just want to make sure. Like, so the numbers that we're looking for, again, more than 3, ideally up to 7. The more, many hands make light work. Let's just divide out work a lot better that way if we can. And then of course, outside of board, there's also the operations team, the ops people that are helping do stuff, which is a good segue into the front door from the housekeeping perspective on the agenda. So first of all, thank you to John Douglas, Kyle, Taylor for working through and revamping where we're at from the door and the software perspective. It's been working great, as I can tell, based on all the data. I know there's more work to do to make it more stable and physically as well as software wise, but we've jumped one hoop. We're in a much better place. So thank you all. And of course, and for those that weren't, everybody okay on the phone there?
Somebody's sitting here for me.
For up and current, we were having a lot of challenges, and we had some challenges in the software, got cleaned up, but we're trying to save the lab from spending about $800 or so on a commercial off-the-shelf system and do it in-house. So again, thank you all for that. Late addition to the calendar, I will be here. I did schedule spring cleaning on February 21st, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. I don't expect people to be here for the full time except for myself because I put it on the calendar. But come and help do a deep clean, whether it's I'm going to get some paint for the bathrooms to make them look a little nicer for when people show up to visit, organize everything, purge some stuff, and or just dust. We have dust everywhere. It's been a while since anybody's done that. We have so we'll have stuff from top to bottom that can be done. Please just show up for a little bit. And then I didn't know that this is not on anything, but there is the Slavic Food Fest in Longwood just down the road that goes until 5. So if you come here for a little while, work up an appetite, there's something to go do just down the street. So that's just a plug for the neighborhood as well. 3D printers.
I noticed somebody did a nice job of cleaning up the metalworking area. So
yes,
thanks.
new member Phineas, who's not here tonight. That he's into welding, so he definitely spent some time cleaning that area up. That's going to be something he wants to work in and practice his welding. So kudos to him for jumping in right away.
Does he have a friend named Ferb?
What?
Does he have a friend named Ferb?
I'll volunteer you.
Kinetics is the biblical name.
Oh, 3D printers. The little Prusa's having a slipping issue. Did not get fixed during 3D print hangout. If anybody wants to spend a little time working through probably replacing the belt, cleaning it up, I just want to put it on the calendar. I know it's Chester likes that one the most, but he's got limited time. So if anybody wants to practice their 3D printer mechanical skills, I want to throw that out there. Outreach meeting. We're getting live in it again. We had one this month. Candidly, I was running those and I fell off because of my travel. It's still going to be a challenge. Exactly. The one coming up at the first week of March, I cannot attend that one. So does anybody want to take point on that one, and so we can keep it on the same calendar? I did create better minutes from the last one that I could share with someone to like go through and keep action items going.
Yeah.
Okay, leave it at the same time. It would be March 5th-ish, whatever that Thursday is. It's virtual only, or it can be hybrid, but it's meant to be virtual. Starts, I believe, at 7.
Yeah, I can probably do that.
Okay, Ricky? Cool. I'll shoot you where the last agenda is that way.
Perfect.
You can be on, but then
I'll be there.
yeah, you
You
be
will
there.
there?
You run it. You be
Wrestle?
there. There we go. There we got 2 people already guaranteed to go. I like it.
I know that Jeff G. wanted to be a part of that.
Yeah. We just want to keep it going. Just again, with work schedules, it's been up for travel for me. It's been harder, so love to see somebody like be running and I'll join. And even remotely, I'll try to make it, but I just can't guarantee because I'll be traveling for. Perfect. The laser. This is more of a reminder to myself, but I also want to keep it going. We did replace the belt. We need to purchase a backup belt, so we have that recurring piece. So that's just a reminder. And then of course we have the wish list. For anything else outside of that belt is not on the wish list. If something else anyone sees from the lab that they need to add to it, shoot the board a note and we'll get it on that wish list as well. Ideally with the link to Amazon. So
We should probably start looking at the optics replacements again. It's been about the right amount of time. I think we did it before we moved, but that's a laser specific thing we should keep on the list. Not
The 2-inch focusing lens that's in there right now, I was able to clean when I did the belt.
Kyle, you're saying? Sorry.
The 2-inch focusing lens that's in there right now, I was able to clean when I did the belt. It should be okay for the moment.
Okay.
I thought we had a spare one.
We're on the spare lens.
This is the spare one.
Okay.
That's the one we changed 2 years ago. Our old lens is still in the laser on the side.
I thought we did the 2 recharge
yeah.
2 years ago.
Sorry. Going back to
That
spring
too.
cleaning, speaking of the laser, one of the items is to clean the section by the boss so that can be set up, backed out. So we can start using that one. So we'd have both lasers theoretically working. Even if you want to prefer the other one, we'd always have that backup ready, but have the space cleared out for it. So there's one project that is definitely going to be attacked on that day. Upcoming events, I already mentioned spring cleaning. We got a Stitch and Fiber Arts, and then our usual calendar appointments going forward. Anything around the room?
Is there any provision for like having some sort of permanent storage here, like a container box, something like that for individual members? No, but at the previous location, that got to be a nasty mess. But is there any attempt to do it the right way again, or not?
That is something we did discuss as board, and maybe we'll take that away for the new board as we go through it. One thing that it was to clear away a spot for people to rent a space for a box, because we don't have as much space. That has been the challenge. That was a question mark. Right now, the free space that we have is really high, which isn't conducive for people to keep stuff around. One thing why we haven't jumped on it, which would be the space kind of right here, where we have a bunch of them. It's a mess right now, but it would be theoretically okay. Is we are trying to possibly partner with a robotics group of kids. They would need about that much space, and that would potentially bring us grants and other stuff. So I'm not in a hurry to give up that space, but how we clean up and organize stuff is definitely a conversation about how we could rent out some space for.
But currently, there's no provision for that.
No, if you got if you got something ongoing project for a little bit you want to walk through, please just let us know. We'll talk through it. But long term, no, we don't have any spot. Cool. Anybody online? I can't see. It's behind me.
Not even in the Raptors.
Well, yeah, if people want to figure out, go up and down. That's the reality is if you're going to have one space as a member, you want to be able to pull it out.
This area above here is not really rated for walking, let alone like more than very light storage.
If you look at the ceiling.
It would collapse.
To
So,
mount better plywood and some wood stuff and make it more better supported.
Most
I'm
of
talking
our
about over here. There's nothing up here. It's literally
This is chicken
drywall,
wire.
insulation, and ceiling.
this is held up by chicken wire. So this is a no-go. The one section, we have a couple things up above the FamiLAB area.
Yeah.
It's sketchy.
It would need a
Yeah.
it would need a
So
real rework.
is there a little bit of opportunity to move some stuff up to the high floor on the metal side that's pretty open right now and create a second layer? Potentially, but it would be very limited. So we'd have to anymore. Talk about distribution anyway. Like what's the fair equitable
That supports
distribution?
really, it's not currently supported.
Yeah. So right now, no. Let's get through once we get the new board, that'll be a topic. Because I do think there's a value to that for
That tree's in my yard.
Perfect. All right. Anyone else?
We have a great idea, and I'm happy to contribute a couple of pizzas for that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So now there'll be some pizza for lunch as well. Awesome. So if you make it through, and then again, and if you based on the menu I looked at for the Slavic Food Fest, sausage and pierogies down the road. So sounds like a good day to me.
But no beer, right? I didn't see it.
I want to go, but I don't have a ride for sure. I don't know if my car's going to be working yet by that time.
What day are we talking about?
Saturday the 21st. So this Saturday coming up. Again, open invite from 10 to 3.
It is this Saturday.
Yeah, that's a short notice.
Well, I mean, I knew about it. I
Yeah, we talked about
didn't
it.
realize it was.
Put it on the calendar. And then, John, shoot me a note. We'll talk about maybe picking you up.
Thanks.
I do have the one car, so I got to figure out what's going on with Stella, but at least shoot me a note. I'll see what I can do. Cool. All right, everyone. Thank you. And we'll see hopefully a lot of you on Saturday. And if not, March 14th at least. All right.
Cool.